New York, there's sole custody and there's joint custody. Sole custody means that one party has final decision-making over any and all decisions regarding the health, education, and welfare of the children. There's also what's called joint custody, where the parties have equal say regarding the health, education, and welfare of the children. In an agreement, you can also define what is sole custody versus what is joint custody. In addition, sometimes with custody, in joint custody, there'll be what are called spheres of influence, where one party has final say regarding educational issues, one party has final say regarding medical issues. In addition, with any type of custody, though, whether it's termed sole or it's termed joint, you always want to keep the other parent informed, and both parents will generally have equal rights to any and all documentation as it relates to health issues and educational issues. Courts will use the standard, the best interest of the child, to determine who gets custody after a trial. Things that the courts will look at in determining the best interest of the child is who's been the primary parent throughout the marriage, who's taken the children to their activities, who's taken them to their medical appointments, who's been involved in school. In addition, courts, when they look at the best interest of the child, a very important factor that they will consider is which parent can promote a healthy relationship with the other parent. Courts realize that sometimes one parent might be more involved than another because one party might be working more than the other, and they know that it's a partnership. But one of the main factors that courts want to see with the best interest of the child is which parent will promote a healthy, happy relationship with the other parent. Once there's a custody order that's in place, if you want to change the custody order, there needs to be an unanticipated change of circumstance. Something had to have changed from the time that the judge issued a custody order or you settled your custody arrangement, and something has changed that necessitates a change of custody. What can that be? That can be there's a drug and alcohol problem with one parent. That can be that as the children get older, they might gravitate towards one parent more than the other. And another factor that the courts can consider a substantial change of circumstance if one party is alienating the other parent. Generally, courts are not going to allow one parent to move far away with the children that it compromises the other parent's parenting time. Courts are not going to require that you stay within a couple of mile radius of where you lived as a married couple, but if you decide that you want to pick up and move to Florida and the other parent is very involved, a court's not going to allow that to happen for the most part. Custody is probably the hardest part about the divorce process, as it involves the people that are most important to you, your children. Money is money, and those are economic issues that can be worked out. But the toughest issues in divorce cases are custody. It's very emotionally charged, it's very draining, it's very upsetting, and everyone has to keep a level head. No matter how bad your hatred is towards the other spouse, you have to make sure, no matter what you do, you take the high road in order to protect your children. If you have any questions regarding custody, please call the law offices of Jerome Scharoff.